Welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment 2017 NFL Mock Draft 5.0 is here. Free agency is over. The combine is over, and my Mock Draft 5.0 will be on your screen in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was the 2017 NFL Mock Draft 5.0. 2 rounds there. Some interesting things. Let's start with the most interesting thing to me. 5 running backs go in the first round. We have Leonard, Fournette, Dalvin, Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, and Alvin Kamara. Let's talk about Joe Mixon. And look, I will be a little bit of a defender for Joe Mixon this draft process, because he made a mistake to me. He was younger. It was a horrible mistake, something I would never do in punching a girlfriend or, whoever, especially a girl, period. I would never do it. But it sounds like to me he's learned, and you look at the tape, you look at his tape, man, the guy's pretty good. Okay, so it looks like he could go first round, and who better than the Kansas City Chiefs, who took Tyreek Hill, who to me did something worse, okay, and choking out his girlfriend, literally sitting there and choking out his girlfriend. To me, that's worse than just what looked to be a sporadic, just a punch, which is horrible. It's awful. But the choking to me is a little more methodical, has more thought behind it, more predetermined. But anyway, the Chiefs, okay, they took Tyreek Hill last year. Joe Mixon could be a possibility for them. Jamal Charles is out of the window. Okay, he's out of there. Spencer Ware they also have Niall Davis, maybe. I don't know. I think they actually got rid of him, actually. They could use a running back. That's my main point here, and Joe Mixon could be that running back for them. I mean, maybe he doesn't go first round. I'm not saying that he will. I mean, I'm predicting he will. I mean, that's my mock. But anywhere from, I think, as high as 20. I think the Denver Broncos could take Joe Mixon at 20, and then as low as 50. I mean, I don't see him going past like the Bucks in the second round. I just don't see it. So expect Joe Mixon to go higher than some are projecting right now. We also have some other interesting things from this mock draft. Let's start with the 49ers at pick 2. I have them taking Solomon Thomas, and no one has really had this, but it's starting to creep up a little bit. Man, Solomon Thomas is freaking good. I think he's the second best prospect in this draft, right behind Myles Garrett. He has better motor than Myles Garrett. He has better effort than Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett has the God-given abilities. Solomon Thomas is freaking good. And as the 49ers switch to a 4-3 defense, they could use a defensive end, and just a defensive lineman like this who can go inside and outside, be versatile, and really form a nice duo with DeForest Buckner there. I struggled a little bit with the Bears at number 3 because they did sign Quentin Demps, but I looked at his deal, and it's not much per year. It looks like backup strong safety money to me, so let's go ahead and slot Jamal Adams at number 3. I still have the Jazz taking Leonard Fournette at 4. But, more and more, I'm thinking this may not be the case. I mean, the Jazz could easily decide if Solomon Thomas is there, we want him. They could easily decide, hey, if Malik Hooker is there, we want him. Even a Jonathan Allen, well, probably not, because they just signed Calais Campbell's probably not there. But I think Malik Hooker and Solomon Thomas could really go at number 4. And everyone has the Jazz taking Leonard Fournette, and so do I. But it would not shock me in the least if the Jags went a different direction. This has not been the first time they have done so. It surprised me when they took Dante Fowler at the top of the 2015 draft when they did, and it surprised me in 2014 when they took Blake Bortles. Okay, that surprised me at that moment. So the Jags have been known to do some surprising things, so it wouldn't shock me if they went surprising yet again. Let's talk Tennessee Titans for a little bit. I have the Titans taking Jonathan Allen at number 5 and Corey Davis at number 18. Now, let's start with number 5. Some will have Corey Davis going up here, or John Ross going up here, or Mike Williams going up here. I'll be shocked if the Titans take a wide receiver this high. I don't see it in this draft class. at 18, I think that's the spot. I think someone's going to fall to 18 right now. I have it being Corey Davis. You look at Jonathan Allen. Yes, he's not going to fill a big position of need for this football team, but man, he has a bunch of production at Alabama, and that is what John Robinson loves. He loves prospects with bunch of production. If you get production like Jonathan Allen has, J-Rob is going to pop something in his pants for you. Okay, he's done it in the past, and I think he's going to do it again. He loves players like this that get a bunch of production and just rack up stats. So he's going to love Jonathan Allen. He's going to love Corey Davis. That's when you look at the 2016 draft class for the Titans, why he loved Jack Conklin, who was a multiple-year starter, a guy that did a lot during his time at Michigan State. Derrick Henry did a lot, really his last year at Alabama, but he still did more in other years as well. Austin Johnson, same thing. Tajay Sharp and Kevin Byard, definitely. Now, Kevin Dodd was the one exception. He was just the one-year starter, did great 1 year, and J-Rob was comfortable taking him. I'm not sure that would be true for Marshon, Lattimore, and Malik Hooker, though, in the first round, because, you look at those possibilities. Malik Hooker, I think, is very good. And if I was there, I might take him. But my problem with why I don't believe John Robinson, the Titans general manager, would take him is, again, it's just 1 year. John Robinson, I think he just does not like that 1 year of playing and starting. I think he likes multiple year guys. Most of that 2016 draft was multiple year starters, most of them. So I think that's what he looks for. So that's why I think Marshon, Lattimore, and Malik Hooker aren't as likely as some people think they are. And I said in my Titans sign Jonathan Cyprien and Logan Ryan video that I don't think they'd go after Jamal Adams now. But after looking at the contractual breakdown of Jonathan Cyprien, the signing that they had, the strong safety, it looks like you could fit Adams. Well, you could definitely fit Adams and Cyprien both there and justify it, although you would be dedicating at that point $15 million to the strong safety position in Cyprien, Searcy, and Adams, and that's a lot of money to dedicate to a strong safety that's not named Eric Berry. Okay, and although Jamal Adams could be Eric Berry, it's a lot to dedicate before he is Eric Berry. So I would doubt it still, but I think it's possible. I discounted it too much earlier. But again, Corey Davis at 18, though, he would be the prototypical John Robinson pick, and some people have Davis going as high as number 5. I don't see it. Although he's very sound and he's very good, he hasn't done anything in the offseason in terms of a workout or a 40-yard dash or anything. He hasn't done anything. I think that's going to hurt his stock because teams need to see more from him coming from that MAC conference, a weak conference in which he came from. Although he did put up the record for most receiving yards ever, coming from that MAC conference, you're going to need to see more before you just take this guy willy-nilly at number 5 or even in the top 10. So I have Corey Davis falling down the board all the way down to 18. And you look at these teams in the middle of this draft, not a lot of them need wide receivers anymore. Redskins feel their need. Eagles feel their need. The Cardinals, I had them taking one, but they could easily pass on one. The Ravens could take one, could not. So I think a wide receiver will definitely fall to 18. And right now I think it's going to be Corey Davis. And I have John Ross now going number 8 to the Carolina Panthers, and I agree this is a reach. But the rumor now, it's not even a rumor, it's pretty much confirmed, the Panthers will work out John Ross, okay, the wide receiver that broke the 40-yard dash record. And the only reason you're working him out is because you're considering taking him at number 8, because you're not going to get him in the second round. Okay, so they're considering taking him at number 8. Now I know that to be true, and I like him. I like John Ross. I think he could go this high. And remember what I told y'all. I remember my first mock draft, I had John Ross going number 10 to the Buffalo Bills, and everyone said, what the hell are you doing? And I told you, this kid is going to blow up the combine, and he's going to rise up draft boards. What did he do? He blew up the combine and he rose up draft boards just as I told you. I also told you this Mike Williams that everyone loves, number 5 to the Tennessee Titans, he ain't going that high. And now you're seeing, everyone's like, he's not going to go that high. He's not going to go to number 5. He's not going to go to number 7 when everyone had that back in January. And then for one mock draft, my second one, for some reason, I decided to concede. I should have never conceded. I always knew Mike Williams was going to go in the middle and John Ross was likely to either be the first or the second, because the potential would just be so high because he could possibly break the damn record as he did. Listen to your boy. We move on to some other interesting things. The Jets at 6 I struggled with. Will they take a quarterback? Right now, it sounds like they won't. Sounds like they want to keep Bryce Petty, who might be the worst quarterback ever. Look at his stats. I think it's the worst ever. And Christian Hackenberg, who stinks. Okay, as far as I know. Now, perhaps he's improved. Perhaps in practice and throughout this rookie season he's improved. But at Penn State, that boy stunk. I don't care what anyone says. And also during the combine and the whole draft process, he looked awful. Apparently, the Jets want to go forward with both these cats. Possibly they'll sign Jay Cutler or Colin Kaepernick or RG3. Okay, so they're going to have a horrible quarterback competition with those three guys, and we'll see what happens there. So I have them passing on a quarterback. Who would they take? Malik Hooker is possible. Marshon Lattimore also possible. I went with Lattimore this time. Next time, I think I might go with Hooker. My problem is, it was a lot easier to slot Hooker to the Chargers. It's just so easy to do. If Hooker is not on the board for the Chargers, I don't know who they taking. I think it'd just be Lattimore, even though they don't need a corner. They could use one. So you'll probably see these two players swapped next time, probably. Look out for that. But this was just what I felt like going with this time around. Look at some other stuff. Let's go ahead and go farther down. The Browns take a quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky at number 12, and this is looking very likely to me. I think the Browns are taking a quarterback at number 12, period. I'm not sure if it's going to be Trubisky or Watson, but I think it's going to happen definitely. They haven't gotten anybody in free agency other than Brock Osweiler, who they intend to release or trade. They need to go quarterback at 12, and to me, they will, either in the form of Mitchell Trubisky or Deshaun Watson, or maybe even Kaiser and Mahomes too, but probably one of those two guys. I have Watson falling down to the Texans, and initially I felt Watson wouldn't be a good fit with the Texans and Bill O'Brien's offense, but as I looked more in depth into that Texans offense, they really make life easier for the quarterback. It's not a hard system to be in. The reads are pretty simple, sometimes only half of the field being read at a time, and still Brock Osweiler stunk. Man, he stinks. Deshaun Watson could have success in that offense with Bill O'Brien, so I now like that fit a lot more than I did a while ago. We look at Jabril Peppers going now 28 to the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, I think I still had this last time too. I think they're going to fall in love with him. And even though they have needs pretty much everywhere, I mean, at corner, at defensive end, at linebacker, you could argue, I think Jabril Peppers would just excite Jerry Jones, and I think they'd want to take him. Perhaps I'm wrong, and I'll probably change this next time to like a corner, like Obi Melifonwu or something like that. But right now, I think Jabril Peppers, if he's going to go anywhere, I think this is the best place. I think it reeks of Dallas Cowboys. But hey, the Cowboys know what they're doing, guys. I mean, the Cowboys draft well. Okay, Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, they're just the end. I mean, they've been drafting guys well for years. Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, Des Bryant, Jason Witten. I mean, God, they draft well. So if they take them, I'm not going to say nothing because these guys know what they're doing. They're better at drafting, honestly, than almost every team in the league. I may even say better than the Patriots, because the Patriots, think about it, they drafted really well in like Chandler Jones and Dante Hightower and Jamie Collins, but then they ship half of them out. So of the guys that's currently on the roster, not many of them are Pro Bowlers that they drafted. The Cowboys, that's the truth. So I don't know. There's an argument for the Cowboys to be better at drafting than the Patriots, but the difference is the Patriots have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and what a difference indeed. We move on to Alvin Kamara going 24 to the Oakland Raiders. Now, I remember a couple months ago, I had Raider fans coming at me saying, how dare you have us taking a running back? Don't you know we have Latavius Murray? Well, now you don't have Latavius Murray. It's kind of like I looked at your upcoming free agents and I saw, oh, wait a minute, he's gone. Next time, do that, Raiders fans, because you could have seen that coming a long ways away. He's gone. Kamara in. You need a new running back. Yes, you like Jalen Richard and that other running back. I can't remember his name, but he's also a receiving type back. You need a mainstay. Now, today, we're hearing rumors of Marshawn Lynch possibly going to the Raiders. So if they get him, this will change next time, but they haven't got him yet. So today, it's still Kamara, but if they sign Marshawn Lynch, then yes, I will change it next time. Second round, some stuff happened. Sure, that was interesting in this mock draft. DeShone Kizer goes to the 49ers. And honestly, I didn't love it. I didn't really want to do it because apparently the 49ers have their eyes set on Kirk Cousins next year. So I didn't really want to do it. But if he's available, man, someone's going to pull the trigger on DeShone Kizer in the second round because he just has so much talent. And the 49ers, even if they have their eyes set on Kirk Cousins, you have to have a backup plan to me. So I think this would be their backup plan. So I will look out for that. Some other interesting things. Cam Robinson goes to the Chargers. Malik McDowell goes 49. I have him really falling pretty far, all the way down to the... I have him falling far, all the way down to the Washington Redskins. And he just doesn't have the effort on film. Just so inconsistent on film. I think that's his problem. I have the Broncos taking Curtis Samuel at 51. I have the Bills taking Patrick Mahomes at 44. And with Mahomes... Yes, the Bills, they have Tyrod Taylor. They just restructured his deal, but, they're not in love with him, all right? I think they're looking to mold somebody behind him. Who better than Patrick Mahomes II? So with that said, some interesting things for this mock draft, definitely. Comment down below. I always try to reply. If you comment something, educated and something that you actually want to know, I'll probably reply to you. And the next mock draft will be Monday, March the 27th. Is that the next Monday? Not this Monday, but the next Monday. I believe that's that Monday. Yes. Monday, March the 27th will be the next mock draft. 3 rounds that time. The first 3-round mock draft. So make sure to subscribe for more mock drafts and more NFL videos, sports videos, and all of that. This has been the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. Peace.